Good morning. I think we have time. Let's record the 8 more pen questions. This is not the table. Well, welcome to the couch. We're going to get right into it because I can be chatty when talking about stationery. I did look at these yesterday, so hopefully it is much smoother and less chatty than it was yesterday. First question. Do you have different uses for different pens? Yes. Yes, I do. For all of my pens, fountain pens, the ballpoint pens, includes pencils, all of it. These are the desk pens. And I think I even did categories in my last collection. So here's the ballpoint. I don't have a gel pen in this one. So there's 2 different pencils and a ballpoint and then fountain. Also got a few other fountain pens. These are oversized and so they're hard to fit into these pen boxes. And I just keep them here. So yeah, that's one collection. No fountain pen in this one. These ones are my piano pens. I've got the collection of blue pens. They live on this notebook. Here we're missing a gel pen, I think. Yeah, we've got 2 different pencils. Fountain pen. This one also has scissors. Pencil stick. I've used these forever. And then a ballpoint. I need a gel pen for that one. But hey, I'm just starting to work on these collections. I love having them. But I didn't know about Delgars and Kuratogas and Dr. Grips and all these things until just recently. So now that I'm building these collections, love them. And yeah, we're just gonna leave it there. I love them. We've got my pen for drawing lines. This has an ultra extra fine nib and carbon black in it. Always use it for line work. This one I just use for fun. It's the Mag 600 in that purple color. And I just use it for handwriting practice. That's all I do with it. I don't write letters with it or anything like that. I just practice and practice and practice. These are my journaling pens, travel pens. These are the ones that need tested. I just got these 4 in a couple days ago. This one I've had for a while. This goes with my teal and aqua pens downstairs. They live by the couch. You know, I'm crazy. I also have a collection of pink pens. Oh, and then these are my pens that I take to church. Yes, all my pens have a specific use, including the pencils, the ballpoints, all of it. How do you choose the inks and pens you will use next? Everything. All at once. All of it. Ballpoints, fountain pens, pencils. It all is inked or has graphite in it. And it just kind of rotates based on what I'm doing and where I am when I'm doing it. If I'm at the desk, I'm going to be using these. But if I'm over by the couch, I'm going to use those teal and aqua ones. Unless I'm journaling, then I will use these guys because these are my journaling pens, my collection pens, my fancy schmancy ones, right? The ones that I've put money into and time and effort, and we'll talk about that later. But choose the pen and inks. When I ink these, they match the body, basically, is how it goes. And almost without exception. There are 2 pens that I don't match. Otherwise, I keep track by the body. This is going to have like a dark purpley color, faux dark lilac, because it's piston and I don't want to clean it. This one has a green to match the body. Same. Blue to match the dark part of the body. This really nice kind of aqua color to match the body. Really original, I know. But then I don't have to keep track of what's in which pen. The only 2 I don't do that for are my first Lotus. I have 2 Lotus now. My first Lotus. This one, I keep a really nice shading like yellow-orange in. Yes, my one moment to really enjoy shading ink. And what's the other one? Oh, this one. Hey, it's both my Lotus. This one I have brown in. So I'm getting the Jinhao 10 in brown. At least I'm supposed to be. Hopefully it shows up one day. But for right now, this one has brown in it. Other than that, everything matches. Magenta has magenta. Pink has pink. This one matches the body because wouldn't that be weird to have ivory ink? I know. So original, but it's one less thing to keep track of. I talked about that too long because my phone turned off. One second. Which pen do you prefer for longer writing sessions? That's what these are for. These are my collections, my pride and joy, my journaling pens. Some of them are a little on the small side, but the one I'm thinking of right now was my first small maker pen, and I love this blank. I got it a nib upgrade. I'm really enjoying the combination pen ink nib that I've got going on right now. This is my most expensive nib, actually, and it is a steal, but Look how beautiful that is. Hand engraved by, I want to say Tim Cullen. Is that Hooligan, Georgia? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I know there are a couple more. If we went through, I'd be like, oh yeah, that one's a little small, that one's a little small. But I just don't do the long, long journaling sessions with these, right? So I'll do a shorter little paragraph about something, and then I'll do the bulk of my writing, maybe with its neighbor, this F3. See how much bigger that is? Or with this Kilk, also bigger. Maybe not quite as long. I haven't actually tested that. But yeah, not quite as long, but around the girth, people call it, definitely bigger than that last one. See? And then if we put the other one, it would be right there and be smaller, but she's so cute. I can't get rid of her. She was my first small maker pen, and I have probably a dozen of them now. I really enjoy them because, is the next question, what is your all-time favorite pen? Okay, see, that's hard because I basically write in 3 colors. So I would have to pick like my favorite purple, favorite aqua, favorite pink. And I pick my favorite based on, like if I were to pick an ultimate favorite, it's going to be the one I can write with the most, the longest. And I would have to pick one of each color because I would just have to. But I'm looking for a size that's really comfortable. And to do that, like this one I know is perfect. It's got the bigger grip. So we're looking at least a 12. 12 to 12.5 is 12.5 is my ideal grip size. This one also has a nib upgrade. I like to piecemeal my pens, or frankenpen them, as is common vernacular around here. This one has a pilot nib, so it has the pilot converter. I don't know why this one gets so much hate, because if you just syringe some water down in there, it's a breeze to clean, and I never have any problem with this. Sometimes after I've used, part of the ink, a third of the ink, half the ink, whatever, depending on the pen, then it will, I'll be able to tell. I think maybe because I live somewhere it's so dry, but this one I never know where the ink is until it's out. It's got a little ball in there, and I think that really, really helps. I'm getting off track. The size. My all-time favorite pen, it depends on what I'm doing, where I am, but if I'm just sitting down and journaling, I want to pick something that's really comfortable. So 12 to 12.5 here. Very smooth and small step, or like 0 step, because not all of them are the right size. So this one's a great size, and I can actually hold it down here on the grip. My fingers are large though, so I'm also, it's like the back half here. I'm also covering, feeling, however you want to put it, these threads and this step, which is very small and smooth. So this is great. This is wonderful. I'm so glad I got 2 of these. It does not come with the roll stop. I added that. Is that upside down? Yeah. That was a jewelry pendant, and I sanded off to 40 minutes. I'm not a pro. To sand off the little ring that's attached to it and make it look nice, and then glue it on. It's only temporary glued right now, but I really do like having it on there. Maybe I'll flip it around and decide to permanently put it that way, but it is what it is for now, and I like it. So there you go. Overall, that's probably it, because it's got a little bit of every color in it. That was my birthday pen last year. Some other ones that are really good for a decent sized grip. This one's an 11.5, which I think is here, because I also hold it the same place as that other one. So I'm thinking this must be like a 12.2, 12.3, 12.4, 5. I'm not sure. I don't have anything to measure with. But this is also very smooth threads, very, very small step, and a good size grip. See, that's another hard thing, is I have to shop online. Oh, this is by Bone Crusher, by the way. And when they give measurements, I go on those measurements. There's a couple that are a little bit shorter, and I feel that it throws off the balance or something. So I have to have a certain length if it's going to stay in the collection, and a certain width here, or grip diameter. But when the grip diameter is listed, you never know where they took it from. Sometimes they take it from the smallest point. Sometimes I don't know where they take it from. maybe it's the biggest point, maybe it's an average. You just don't know. So when they give you a range from smallest point to largest, it's very helpful, but it's rather uncommon. So I've just tried to be as good at shopping online as I can because it's my only option. I don't even know if there's anything in Anchorage. I don't think there is. And that would be, what, 6 hours? The closest. It's actually in my state. So, yeah. Here's another one that's really good. The London Pen Co. This is the 14 matte grip. It's a little pinch. It looks adorable, though. I love how they have this flare. The step is a little bit bigger than those other two, but really nice smooth threads. Very comfortable. Of course, I'm not going to hold it here or right on the pinch. That is too close to be comfortable. See how close my fingers are together? They like a little bit of space. This is much more comfortable. So this one's really good. The one I have that's like perfect, I could show you, but you can't just go buy it. It's from Lotus, and I know Lotus has specific models, and they make those specific models. Should be easy to get those. But this was a custom design from a customer, the one I bought it from. And I know, doesn't it look amazing? Of design we're familiar with, but it's acrylic. I love this double cap ring thing. I don't need the other one now. Like the actual inspiration. Look at this grip. It's beautiful. It's a 12.5, I think. It's perfect. I can actually hold it at the grip. I've got a little bit of space. I'm not like crowding each other. It's perfect. Perfect. Should have brought the Sarasa Grand over. I told you I was just finding out about Delgards and Dr. Grips and like all these amazing stationery things that have been around. Right? Maybe I could have used those in high school. I don't know when they came out. Maybe not. Maybe I'm a little too old. But yeah, that would be amazing. I found the Sarasas. Love the Sarasa Dry. There's a Sarasa Grand. You probably know this. This is old news, right? They came out with new colors and a slightly altered body, so the clicker's not so high and annoying. Okay, so those are beautiful. That pinkish color, and let's stop there because I could go on a trail. I got one of the old style in a color that wasn't super expensive, but I was like, okay, I'll actually pick that up. It's not ordered or something. It's adorable. It's a great weight. It is so thin. So thin. Like it's pencil thin. And it's slippery. It's metal. And I picked it up, and with my grip, it went whoosh and just fell to the floor. Serious. Was not a good match. I did not buy any other colors. And it took a while to test that one because I got sent the wrong color at first, and I had to send it back and get the right color, and I should have just kept the gold one. But anyway, now I have the pink. And I can't use it because it is just too small. The pencils I get by with because I just write really fast, something small, and I just am used to the big pencils from forever ago, like my entire life. Write something fast, and then I flick it like this and do whatever I'm doing, harp, piano, whatever, and then I can flick it back, and after it's good, I put it down. I'm not holding it for a long time. We don't have long journaling sessions. It's fine. So this one's a 5. A lot of mine are 5s. I have a couple 7s and a couple of 3s, but yeah. Oh, also a fun fact, this one's not a Kuratoga, but on the Kuratogas, they have that like self-rotating mechanism, which just sounds really amazing. But if you use super light pressure like I do, the mechanism doesn't advance. So you still end up with like a super sharp, let's go skiing kind of slope. Yeah. Wasn't that a fun fact? So now that I have like 3 Kuratogas, 4, I don't know, none of them rotate. What's next? I talked too long. Phone turned off again. Are we halfway through? Yeah, if you had to choose one nib size, what would it be? This one's easy. Fine. Standard nib sizes? Fine. Extra fine can be a little too small. It depends. I love my ultra extra fine. And it's nice to have a couple of extra fines. But no extra fine's going to handle shimmer, and I love shimmer. So fine. Fine is good. Sometimes fine runs a little bit like broader. So then you're creeping up towards medium. Sometimes it's a little finer. So you get like a medium, not medium fine, like a fine, extra fine type of thing. There's a little variation as there are with all, but when I kind of max out at medium, that's good. Do I even have a medium? The medium journaler nib was too broad for me. I didn't ever use it. I sold it. It was very easy to sell. I should have gotten like 10 of those and then sold them all after waiting 3 months to have them ground. But whew, what a bill that would have been. So I think, oh, technically I do have one medium. It's a medium architect. And I have two broads, but one's a broad perspective and the other is just a plain broad. And I never use it because it's a plain broad and it's a little too small, because the Memento Zero is here. Isn't it cute? It's really pretty. This is my rainbow pen. But here's the Memento Zero Grande. This is the one I specifically bought. Thank you, Law, for helping me do all that research. So I knew which one to get when they were released in 23. See that difference? It's a difference. So the Grande is like perfect. Oh, threads, yeah, fairly smooth. A little bit more of a step than the London Penco, but a nice grip. And since it doesn't have the flare, I think I hold it. Yeah, I hold it here. Really nice. There we go. Nice. Versus cute, right? Kind of does this little bottleneck thing, but then I'm also holding it back here. And it feels a little bit short. It's okay. I would use it more, because really that's not too bad. It's fairly comfortable, but it's broad. Look how big that is. Can we see that? Like maybe against my hair. And this one's fine. Oh, but it's rose gold, so it doesn't want to show up. It's okay. I can't complain. It's adorable. It writes great. It's just a broad. So most of these are based off of fine, extra fine, even though a lot of them are fancy grinds. I don't like it super, super thick. I can't read my writing. It'll all like, blend together. So fine. Fine is my nib size of choice. If I have to pick a grind, again, it's going to be something kind of smaller. I like perspective for the architect style grinds. And if I had to pick one like category, I'm assuming Flex is not like a custom grind, it would be the Cursive Italic grinds. I've got an extra fine SIG from Franklin Christoph on one of my pink pens, as well as a Franklin Christoph fine Nakahara Cursive Italic, also very lovely. And technically this one's not a fine. The pen was on sale only in the medium, so I bought it in the medium. And the medium is kind of fine. So it's like probably like a medium fine, which isn't usually sold on Western nibs, but it's not that big. And it's a formal italic. It's lovely. It's lovely. This is kind of Memento Zero size. A little bit shorter, but these work for me. So really, the only thing I have against the Memento Zero is its broad nib. Because this, I haven't tested it against this one, but having them, yeah, see, similar. It's a touch shorter. So maybe it would make a difference because it is a touch shorter. And this one, this is the Giant Sequoia, and the Kilk are kind of all the same size. Am I holding? Yeah, I'm covering the bottoms. Pen comparisons, I rely on pen comparisons a lot too. But yeah, pen size is my most looked for quality. So very, very similar. Not all exact, but very similar. And I think they feel very similar uncapped as well as looking similar capped. So if that's helpful for anyone, right there. Favorite nib size and grind. If you can choose one ink for the rest of your life, what's it going to be? Yeah, and yesterday we decided on an aqua and a blue and a pink because I can't just pick one. Like, let's just go back to gel pens then. The problem is finding the right pink gel pen, right? They're so bright. My poor eyes are very sensitive. And the gel pen pink is just like, bam. So I would probably pick Color vs. Abu. Diamond Tree Strawberries are really lovely too. What I have it in right now, it's a little too restricted. It's rather faint, but it's a really pretty color as well. However, the Abu it's darker and it's like a little bit probably warmer is how I should describe it than I usually pick. But when I do color with it or do drawings that take a lot of ink and you're layering it up and it's, more than just a little line, it doesn't turn brown like it's a Birmingham ink. And that Edelstein Rose Quartz, they looked almost identical. I was using them at the same time. What was the Birmingham one? Magnolia Mirage, I think. And then the Edelstein Rose Quartz. They both, when you color with them, it just turns this muddy, not a quality you can just extract. So I'm really loving the color versus Abu, and I think I would have to go with that. I love writing with purple. I have lots of favorite purples. Lilac Satin from Diamond Shimmertastic would probably be my purple of choice right now. And then I use a lot of blues, teals, aquas. A Dip in the Pool is really lovely though. Very springy, summery, kind of along the lines of that Iroshizuku, ink that everyone loves, that blue color, except I don't think it's quite as punchy. Konpeki. It's not quite as punchy as Konpeki. It's really lovely though. I have it in the Seashore pen. It's not Seashore, but the Seashore dupe. It's this kind of color. Really, really lovely. So let's pick those three, or just the pink if we can only do one. And I'll use gel pens for the other colors. What's an absolute deal breaker for you for a pen, for an ink? Well, we talked a lot about my preferences for longer writing sessions and the pen qualities that contribute to that. That's a lot of that. But deal breaker. If it's got a teeny tiny grip and a huge step, is it Welltown? I have to check that. Sorry, Welltown, if it's not you. But there is someone that I keep getting alerts for on Etsy, and they have these 10.5 grips and then a huge step. Why would I get that? It would be so uncomfortable for me. Teeny tiny pocket pens. The Benu Pixie is adorable. I would hate it. I'm pretty sure the reason I don't like the Kaweco Sport, it posts to a decent length. It's tiny. But if I'm just doing something quick, right, and we're saying this is okay for something real quick, make that fast note with a tiny grip. But the back is so big, and I think it just, something about its feel in my hand is not okay. So why would I like the Benu Pixie? Have you seen the butts on those things? Huge. Adorable. Expensive and huge. So I don't think that would be smart. Most pocket pens are not going to be a good idea for me. Any pens with the 10.5 to 10.8 grips, not good. Huge step, again, not going to do it. They have to pass a dry out test if they're going to stay in the collection. These are new, so they're in my, it's time to test it pouch. I'm going to do them with Diamine, since Diamine has worked well for this one. And we're going to test them after 1 day, 2 days, 3, 5, and 7, because some only get used every 7 days. They need to be able to go 7 days. And I know I live it to dry, but if it can't go 7 days, probably not going to stay in the collection. The other thing I would say, which, fine, you don't have to think it's important. Maybe you do, though. Color. I have one pen with red. We saw it's the First Lotus. I have a pen with orange, but I use it all the time. It's in the kitchen. And it's like a brown-orange wood resin combo. It's actually quite cute. I'll have to show it to you sometime. I have one green right here. That counts for yellow and green. Sure, why not? I don't have a yellow. I'm getting a brown of this, and I just got the gray of this, as well as the black. There. That covers my rainbow. Everything else, I thought I wanted all the colors, and I needed the entire rainbow inked at a time when I first started. I don't. And I'm never going to use a black pen. I got this specifically to go in my journal because I have a black Pilot pencil and I got a black sticky eraser since I use those all the time and grew up with them and just really enjoy them. And it's a black cover. So I have the perfect place for this. Hopefully it can go a week without being used. We will test that. But I don't buy black pens, or I buy them like in rough condition just for the nib. That's how I got that fancy nib on this pen with the roll stop, because it was an engraved black pen nobody wanted to buy. So I took it out and I put it here, and it's a great nib. But that's about the only reason I buy a black pen, other than the one I just talked about. I don't have black pens. So the color makes a big difference. I'm going to buy the purples, I'm going to buy the bluey aquas, and I'm going to buy the pinks. Also, they're not going to have black or white in them. I think the only ones that have black and white, oh, technically I guess this one has white. Other than that one white stripe though, it's all very aqua. And you can't pick it, it's just sent to you. I think these are the only two that I kind of knowingly purchased that have white swirled in them. This one does not have very much, just enough to give depth to the blues. And then this one, see how different these are? The photo I was shown of this was going to be like best friend for this guy. He's not. He's some sort of Arctic sleuth. We haven't exactly found our rhythm yet. He has a black nib. Oh, yeah, see? I don't like black nibs. We're getting off track, but it's so nice to talk to you. I just got this autumn pink yesterday. It came with a black nib. I didn't even try the black nib. I put on immediately the rose gold 14 karat extra fine. Oh, it's beautiful. And I think I put color Persa Boo in it. It's so lovely. It's so lovely. Really happy with that combination. I already have a Boo in one of these. And I usually don't double ink, but kind of knew what I wanted, and it's so good. So good. I got off track. What was I talking about? Oh, it's an absolute deal breaker for you. Yeah, the color for pen and ink. My favorite reds. If I need a red, it's going to be Noodler's Widowmaker. That's where I got the maker from. Or Diamine's Red Dragon. Orange Pannonia Dungle. Autumn Oak if I'm feeling really seasonal. Or Southwest Sunset from Noodler's. Green, I mix my own green, or I use private reserve ebony green for a dark green. And when I mix it, it's two Diamine inks that make a really nice shimmery, this kind of color. So it matches the pen. My sister also uses that color. That's actually why I mixed it in the first place. Blues, I use a lot of different blues. Aquas, teals, pinks, purples, violets, lilac, all of that. We kind of talked about that, so we'll skip over those colors. But the ones I don't really use a lot, oh, and if it's brown, that's one of the ones I don't use a lot. I use Noodler's Pecan. That's in the Lotus too. That's really nice. And then gray, I use Earl Grey. That's what went in here. And then black, I forget what I had for black. I used just something really dark. Oh, I use Scribble Purple for black because the black I use is the Platinum Carbon Black, which is not a Diamine ink. And I always have that in here. Also on the Good Grip list because it's the same as the one with the roll stop. So, yes, that's that. What's one pen everyone should own? If you enjoy Flex, and you're not new to this, I'm going to give a public service announcement because I just learned this. This is a Mag 600. They also have 650. I think they're both Flex, just a slightly different body. This pen is kind of picky. Now, I heard it was the inks. I'm like settling in for a long conversation. Okay, so I heard it was the inks, and I tried a bunch of inks. I think my 4-month anniversary with this pen is either yesterday or tomorrow. Maybe it's tomorrow. I've gone through so many inks. I tried shimmers. I tried non-shimmers. I tried very basic. I tried dry. I tried everything. And when I heard that if you used a drier ink, that would actually probably help it. This is when I tried the dry, because I was like, no, I'm not going to use a dry. We need a good flow. And then I switched to a dry ink because I heard it would help with the surface tension. And the issue I was having was it would write really well for a couple of words and then nothing. So that will help with the surface tension. It won't just spill onto the page. You'll get a more even flow, blah, blah, blah. It did not help. So I finally was fed up with it. And last week was spring break. I filled it up, sat down. It's like, I have some time. It's spring break. We wrote 2 words and we were done. After just being filled. Maybe it was 4 words. But still, that is not long enough. So no wonder I don't use this for letters, right? I couldn't figure out how to get it to write for a length of time. So I finally contacted customer service. I said, help. I've tried so many inks. I don't know what to do. Is it me? Is it the nib? Like, please help. Just please help me. I'm desperate. And they said, try different paper. And they were specific. They said, this pen likes Leuchtturm paper or Hobonichi, the Tomo River paper. Those are expensive papers. And I thought they were like really extended dry time papers. I was like, oh, good thing it's spring break. So yeah, I have a Leuchtturm notebook. It is not a leave it to dry paper. It is a very absorbent dry paper, but I had a notebook of it. It was new. And they said, so I tried it. And it was amazing, the difference between my regular Pen & Gear paper that I use for everything, and none of my other pens have a problem with, and the Leuchtturm paper. Why it works, I don't know. It's super dry and annoying, but it would just write and write. We can write the entire page. It's amazing. So maybe I'll start using that for letters since it has tear out pages. I don't know. But we went through a converter. We got to be getting close to being done with our second converter. I had just put Waterman Tender Purple in it. It's like, we're going to give it a really basic test. And then if it doesn't work, we're contacting customer service. And then that's what happened. So this time I put a dry ink in it, like over the weekend after it ran out. It's still going. So if you really like Flex, you got some nice paper, and you want to try this, it is a lovely pen. Just know, it's a little picky. Okay? You're going to need this nice pen and some really nice paper. If you're wanting to try a pocket pen, if you're wanting to try a click pen, something like that, that's a fountain pen, start with the off-brand. That's what I would do. I would start with, where is it? Like, for a pocket pen, look how cute this is. It has cats on the end. Very nice pen. It's cold. So good thing I don't use it a lot because my hands are always cold anyway, and it's a metal pen. Not a deal breaker on my list, but I don't know, maybe it actually is. I don't really come into that a lot or come up against that a lot because the small makers use resin, and that's nice and warm for my cold hands. So I don't usually have to worry about it. This is another flick it out of the way notes type of pen. It's thin, but the cap isn't like huge. It also comes with a clip. It's a lovely nib. I've had no issues with it. I do use Monteverde ink for these two. I also have the blue on an A6 Hobonichi cover. Matches the blue cover very well, and it works great. So I would recommend this if you want to try a pocket pen. If you want to try a capless, get one of, where'd they go? Oh, right here. One of these, they're not E10s, Jinhao 10s. They've got some really lovely colors. This is the pearl pink with silver trim because it's going with my pale pink pen collection and they all have silver trim. So as much as I loved the gold, I got the silver. You can try the matte black. If there's something you don't like the clip, you can order the Majan version without it. I had a terrible time with the Majan version of this pen, so I would probably still recommend this Jinhao. And if you just can't get along with the clip, I guess a capless isn't for you, is it? No, I guess not. Otherwise, take what you know. I wish somebody had told me this. Take what you know about the pens that you like and then apply that. You can apply that to fountain pens. This bigger pen, this bigger grip, that's not gonna change. I grab this all the time at the desk. See, this is not a flick out. This is a used pen. I use them differently. My hands just do, okay? This applies. 0.7 ballpoint. It's like a 0.5 gel. So those are my favorites. Fine nib. This length, this diameter, they all carry over. The colors, how many of us brought those pink, blue, purple gel pen packs? Even though the bodies were terrible and the ink really wasn't that good, but with ink, matching ink to the body colors, you know, they sold them to us. So we have those colors, pinks, blues, purples. I mean, there was so much I could have just transferred over, but no, I had to start from square one, find all this stuff out, and then start my collection from there. Why? Why did no one say, hey, you know the stuff you like about your favorite pen that you use now? Just apply it. It will all transfer over. Oh no, fountain pens are completely different, they say. It's got to start from the beginning. No, you don't. No, you don't. So, there's my 2 cents. If you really love the click though, all your pens have a click, maybe you'll want to try the capless. It comes in one size though. Like, it doesn't come bigger than this. It does come a little smaller, I guess. But if you really think you need the click, try that click. If you can't get along with that, maybe fountain pens aren't for you. I know. I'm just such a practical person, okay? I've got 20 plus 5. Well, basically 20 plus 5. I don't know that I'm getting another pen this year. Maybe, you know, I didn't really plan on getting the pocket pen. Why do I have it? Because it's cute, and I just wanted to get it. I know, it's a terrible reason. I did get this F3 this year because he was going out of business. So I'd been eyeing this pen and I had to grab it while I could because it's my high school colors. So it's not a sports team if you're thinking some sort of sports team. It's my high school colors. So I needed a purple and gold pen. And then the one I just got, which I've been eyeing since it came out, we talked about it already, the autumn pink. But now that I have an autumn pink for that gold nib, and my lovely medium is back on my pink safari. Once I get the brown Jinhao, I think we've got everything covered. I don't have anything on the list. I got a nib holder last year, so I don't even have a nib holder on the list. This is not a question. This is just a bonus because I started talking and now I can't stop. So yeah, I love all my pens for different reasons. They all have their purpose. They all have their nib. And if I don't love it, well, we're working on it. Talking to you, man. Yeah. Some of these I'm quite attached to. I know their personalities very well, and probably by some I mean half, and they have names. And when I write my currently inked and stuff for myself, I'll just use their name because it's way easier than make and model and nib and all the things. We marry them into a perfect combination. We give them a name. We know them well. It's a beautiful thing. So, yeah. Enjoy the hobby. Make it whatever you need it to be. And just have fun with your pens. This is no shorter, 1 minute, than yesterday's version. So I guess we're just going to keep it long. It's all in one take. So I'm going to upload. What you get is what you get. I really enjoyed hanging out with you. Thanks for coming. I'll see you next time.